So by now we've all seen that video with the vows, with the guy saying, I vow to smack that ass every day or something like that while he's up there getting married.
Honestly, I have no idea what you are talking about.
And everyone felt bad for the bride, but I don't feel bad for her. And you want to know why?
Before we hear why she lacks empathy for the bride, I'd like to take this opportunity to say that after listening to the clip a few times, I can most definitely say that I agree with her 100% and therefore have no empathy for said bride whatsoever.
She chose this man. And after he said that crap at the wedding, in front of the preacher, in front of all their friends and family, he was like, yeah, I'm not changing what I said. It's gotten me this far. And how unfazed she was lets me know that this isn't new for her, but she is still choosing to marry him.
Bingo! I don't agree with most of what I've heard Miss Chocolate utters splat out of her pretty burnished lips, which as a side note, I am considering covering one or two more clips from her. But this time she nailed it. Let's keep going.
She's still choosing to marry him. She's going to have his kids, and then in 7 years they're going to get divorced, and she's going to come crying on the internet wanting sympathy from us about the man that she chose.
Personally, I think she's being a bit generous with the 7 years. Unless that bride thinks that little of herself, or is prone to suffering from some form of Stockholm syndrome, I'd give it 5. Also, having no idea what viral video she's talking about, I can't help but wonder, what does her father think of this guy? That's assuming that her father is even in the picture. For all we know, mommy kicked him out a long time ago.
That's why I can't even really give sympathy to the whole Cardi B situation. Like, she on Instagram Live putting us in her business, crying and screaming, sliding down the wall about him playing in her face. Well, sis, he played in your face for years, and you still chose to stay. So what do we have to do with that?
I don't know what's going on with Cardi B's love life, mostly because I could not care any less. But if we take her at face value, based on what this woman is claiming, then yeah. But we also know that Cardi B is a low-value 304 with a larcenous background, so it shouldn't surprise anyone that she would have shit-tasted men and play victim to an online audience. I can't give her sympathy, and I won't even try.
Like, I can't give sympathy to women that choose these men, choose to stay when he shows you who he is up front, and then you get married, you get divorced, and then you want sympathy. I can't give sympathy to that because you knew who he was. And then women want to always act ignorant like they didn't know what they were getting. You knew exactly what you were getting, sis.
Isn't it funny how a man could say the exact same thing and be called a misogynist while feminists demand his podcast be canceled? Yeah, I should point out that this Ebony Zinc Sponge has a podcast. Based on a couple of the clips I've saved for potential content, it appears to be called Amani Talks. And no, I have no idea if I said her name correctly.
This is not a surprise to you because these men are literally upfront telling you who they are. Like, they are upfront. How much you want to bet Offset probably cheated on Cardi B before they got married? How much you want to bet that woman up there with them vows talking about smack your ass and embarrassing her? She's dealt with this probably when they were dating. Not probably, 100%. And y'all are still choosing to move forward with these men. I have no sympathy for that. Like, that sounds crazy as fuck to me.
Yeah, they're called red flags for a reason. Yet both men and women tend to turn a blind eye to them when we choose to abandon logic in favor of feelings, be they feelings of the heart or feelings of the genitals. I have no shame in admitting that I've been guilty of it once before. If I had paid attention to my ex's many flags, my life would have turned out a lot different than it has, which might have been for the better. After all, I never would have had my amazing son, and it's quite possible that I never would have learned about MGTOW had it not been for my pee-pee enjoying being buried in certain parts of her flesh. Once again, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and remember, if you abuse alcohol, it will abuse you back.